and welcome to our live ceremony for the third annual WEGO Health Activist Award. Today we're focusing on the Best in Show Blog Award, an award given to a health activist who exemplifies the use of a blog as part of their health activism. Past winners have included Six Until Me and the PCOS Diva, and we have a number of great finalists this year as well. My name is Kevin Quach, and I am a web developer here at WEGO Health. I spend my days making sure that everything runs smoothly on the WEGO Health website. Additionally, I've really enjoyed my time working with so many health activists and playing an active role in the WEGO Health Activist Awards. Before we meet all of our great finalists, let's hear from last year's winners.
I would say that the reason why I do this is so that other patients, future patients, don't have to go through the same challenges in the health system that I had to go through. And I want to be there to help them conquer their challenges and issues so that they don't have that struggle. I do this through participating in pain education events and awareness events and social events, because a lot of times patients isolate themselves, and I want to let patients know that just because you have a chronic condition doesn't mean that you're dying or that you're stuck in your house or at home, that you can reach out and you have a whole community supporting you. So that's what I would say about my activism and how I think other people could benefit and get involved.
Now it's time to meet all of the great finalists from this year's Best in Show Blog Award. Our first finalist for Best in Show Blog is the Great Bowel Movement. The Great Bowel Movement is a social awareness movement with the goal of starting conversations that lead to empowering patients associated with inflammatory bowel disease. With their blog and other social media sites, they have become personal spokespeople for their own disease. Co-founders Andrea Mayer and Megan Starshak took control of their condition and want to help other IBD patients become confident and do the same. Next up for Best in Show blog is Jessica Gimeno for her blog Fashionably Ill. Jessica is a health activist with several chronic illnesses, but she doesn't let that stop her from sharing her story and inspiring others. With tips on style, mental health, and advice for loved ones, Fashionably Ill is a community for people of all illnesses. Sharing advice, scientific articles, and support, Fashionably Ill is a must-read. Jessica is a sick woman's stylist and wants to make everyone feel beautiful on the inside and out. Our next health activist and finalist is Jared Wilman, founder and executive director of I Am Not Crazy.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. As you can see, I was busy doing important business things. We were very excited to find out that we had been chosen as a finalist for several categories for the WEGO Health Activist Awards. Here at I Am Not Crazy, we excel at using technology in order to promote mental health awareness. There, we just solved global warming. And we definitely know how to capitalize on mobile technology trends. Hey, do you know how to work this? We'd like to thank WEGO Health for this opportunity. And we'd also like to thank our supporters for their support.
The next finalist for Best in Show blog is Graves' Disease health activist Ray Ann Ford. Through her blog, Ray Ann's Thoughts, Ray Ann has become a leader for the Graves' disease community after she found herself diagnosed at 21 and was unable to find information she needed online. Ray Ann never sought out to become the Graves' disease girl, but she has been doing a great job. Ray Ann's goal is to make Graves' disease as well known to the public as cancer. She's well on her way. Our next finalist for Best in Show blog, Natasha Tracy, comes to us from two blogs. Natasha has written the award-winning blog, The Bipolar Verbal, detailing 10 years of life with bipolar disorder. She also writes Breaking Bipolar at healthyplace.com. Natasha prides herself on providing accurate, well-researched, and trustworthy mental health information. With her quality content, she hopes to support others in her community and break down barriers of misinformation and stigma. With her writing, Natasha joins others in hope to eliminate the discrimination that people with mental illness face. Next, we have Gina St. Alban and her blog Special Happens. Special Happens is a community, resource, and blog full of inspiration, information, and insight, written primarily by contributors with children with special needs. Gina, the founder and editor of Special Happens, had acted as a victim's advocate for years, but after her son was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, her focus shifted. With her blog, Gina has created a place for families to encourage, advocate, and connect. Our last finalist for Best in Show blog is Jenny Spotilla from Occupy CFS.
My name is Jenny Spotilla, and I'm honored to be a finalist for the Best in Show blog award. I started my blog, occupycfs.com, 2 years ago because I wanted to give voice to the experience of living with myalgic encephalomyelitis, also known as chronic fatigue syndrome. I got sick with ME/CFS more than 19 years ago. It ended my career as an attorney. It destroyed my plans to have a family, to travel, and to live a normal life. And the longer that I've been sick and housebound, the more disconnected and isolated I have felt from my community, and the more difficult it is for even my friends and family to understand what I'm going through. And so that's why I wanted to write about it. There are a lot of misconceptions about ME/CFS. It may sound like it's being tired all the time, but it's really much more than that. If you imagine the worst flu you ever had, when you were in pain all over your body, you were too weak to stand up, you couldn't really think very clearly, that's what it feels like every day for more than 19 years. In my very first post, I said I wanted to take this illness by the throat and shake its secrets from its pockets, and that's become my mission. I've shared my personal experience with testing and different treatment regimens. I've also tried to explain the science to patients who may be too sick to understand a scientific paper. And increasingly, I've written about and tried to bring accountability to what decision makers are doing about this disease. This disease disables thousands upon thousands of people, and NIH spends less to research ME/CFS than it does to research hay fever, and that's simply not okay. It's time for things to change, and the only way that will happen is if we speak up, if we act, if we share information. I want to change the way ME/CFS is researched, diagnosed, and treated in this country.
Now that we've had a chance to meet all the finalists for the Best in Show blog award, it's time to introduce our new winner. And the winner is, we have Gina St. Alban and her blog Special Happens. Special Happens is a community, resource, and blog full of inspiration, information, and insight, written primarily by contributors with children with special needs. Let's hear from the winner.
That's phenomenal. That's great. I am so excited. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Very much. Thank you. I would love to thank everyone who nominated me and who endorsed me. I know that some really touching things were said, and it really warms my heart to know that people see the struggle that my family has gone through and the strength that my son has brought us and everyone around us. And I especially want to thank him and my family for supporting me and this journey. And my contributors, all of my contributors on Special Happens right now are phenomenal individuals. They have some strength that, sometimes spurs me on and sometimes I spur them on. And it's just a wonderful community. So, and thank you to all the readers, really.
I want to thank all of our nominees, our finalists, and our 2013 Best in Show blog award winner. And thank you for joining us for this live WEGO Health Award ceremony. See you at our next one.